I think gold will go up, isn't it? What do you think? It looks to me that got a rejection again. Yeah, I think so. Let's see what's happened. I think it's gonna bounce again. We'll speak after the live session. Welcome back to this another live session. Welcome back to this another live session. Traders, hope that you had an enjoyable day. Beginning another trading days with quite a few surprising price action here in the market. We can see that lower time frame, the market structure showing potentially some move here, and what we can see on the gold on 4-hour chart, there is in fact significant breakout in this market. This is showing a very strongly bullish trend continuation here. Now, as we are starting another trading day, today is quite a few special news coming later. Now, before we look at any trade setup, we would like to look at first of all the calendar, and that's gonna give us a clear sense of how the market might do today later. So looking at first of all on high impact news coming in my zone is 5:30 p.m. Euro, two pretty big news coming on euro. That's gonna make euro and dollar as well as gold volatile, because there is an impact on all those instruments on gold. British pound, US dollar, and later tonight coming up flash manufacturing PMI and also flash service PMI, followed by Fed will speak, so Powell will speak, and that's gonna be another move potentially. As if you look at, there is another potential for 50 BP, 25 BP coming up. If you look at here, you'll see that. So we'll be discussing in depth on that, how currently in recent change after the FOMC, how the market is. The market now pricing in 90% chance of minus 25 BP rate cut at the next FOMC meeting on October 28 to 29. So that is pumping gold up, potentially reducing further downside on gold. And we are looking in this live session to see in fact how that we can trade this instrument based on that. Now, what we can look at the market first of all to see, first of all we will be looking at the technical aspect, and then we will be looking also the fundamental aspect, and we'll combine together to see where the market is heading. Ready for a potential setup as soon as coming in the market. Welcome. Hello, Jacob. Keisoko. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning. Morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining here. For those who are watching the live but didn't say anything, you can say yes so that I know that everybody can hear me. Morning. You can say good morning, say yes, or just send a blank message on the live chat so that you know that I know that you guys and girls are here, ready to rock the market again with another potential entry coming up here. And back to back 3 sessions, the market grabbed liquid. Good morning. Yes, thank you. Good morning. Hello everyone. So let's look at here what you can see in this area. This is the previous session, a a big long wick doji. Now I would like to focus especially in this zone here in the market. You can look at, this is the zone that I'm looking at here in the market on gold. Now this zone is very important because this is where we can see some move in the market. 3 long wick candle, and there's a pattern here that you can spot in this market. You can see very narrow doji followed by long wick bullish candle followed by big long wick doji. Now those candlestick pattern that you can see on gold, this is bullish price action, isn't it? Can you say that it's a bullish price action? Thank you. Welcome. Eurusd audible, sir. Good morning. Is the audio clear? You guys can hear me? Thank you. Good morning. All right. So now what kind of market structure is forming here? Looking at, first of all, I'm looking at this 4-hour chart. Can I analyze Euro USD? Yes, we will be looking at a couple of USD pairs such as Euro dollar, dollar yen also showing potential trading opportunity here. First, I would like to look at the gold here, and then we will be looking at Euro dollar and also dollar yen. Now, this is the market structure you can see here. All right. Now, 4-hour. When we are looking at the intraday and also very lower time frame, we can have a clear understanding about the market structure here. Now, without any question, this is bull market. Now we can align this bull market that from the technical with also the fundamental, right? So if you look at here, you can see this is a crossover of 10 and 20 EMA from the 4-hour chart. And Friday, we have seen there was a massive breakout from this level, and we could, if you guys looked at that, we have opened a position here and it's just a straight bounce back to the upside on Friday. Now the market is still moving in the same direction. Okay, with that movement that we can see, the market is maintaining that move, still creating series of higher high, higher low, which is in an uptrending market structure here. Now with this uptrending market structure, the market is maintaining that series of higher high and higher low, followed by the previous 4-hour that we can see a long wick doji. Now this is what I'm especially looking at the moment. If you look at, you can see that there is a long wick doji. Now these 3 sessions are very, very important because these 3 sessions where there's something happen that we can pay attention clearly here in this area. What is that? Can anybody tell me? In this box, starting from this point that we have open position till here, this box, the smaller one, is where we are very interested. Now understanding the market structure, understanding price action is where you make a big difference as a trader. Either you can apply this knowledge, apply this concept in gold, currency pairs, in cryptocurrency, in anywhere. Anything that you are trading, you can be applied. It can be applied, this knowledge, because this is smart money concept. This is how the institutional trader trades. And being a retail trader, you also can being an institutional trader, you can also trade like a smart money. And to trade like a smart money, you need to know that where the liquidity, because without that the market is not gonna move here. And as a retail trader, we cannot move the market. The market is moved by the big player in the market. So if you are trading based on that system, you always stay ahead. And that's what you can see, that more often when we trade, when you open position the market, follow along. Though risk management is very important when you are opening position, no matter how many wins we have over 90% win rate. You guys have seen that almost every single day we have winning trades most of the time, but sometimes we got losing trade as well. Being fully practical is the best way to trade, because even if you have win 9 out of 10, if you don't know the risk management, that one trade can do a lot of loss. So always step one is to know the risk management. If you don't know the risk management, you can share your thought in the live chat, where I can give you more information how you can get access to how you can know how you can do the risk management. Because once you know the risk management, you know how to operate a trade, how to let a trade run, then you are almost more than halfway in the winning side. So now, why this second box is our interest here? What is the specialty in the first box with the second box? Let me ask you as a Q&A. Can anybody here answer? What is, so if this is box A and this is box B, what is the specialty in box B? What do you see that in box B, why it is important for us to look at in that box? And then we will know exactly how the market range, consolidation, okay, range. So two members said the same thing. So consolidation, range, same thing. Anyone has any different? A distribution, B consolidation. Anyone has any different? Box B is change in trend likely. I haven't got the answer yet, but you guys nearing. Anyone has anything different? So I'm looking for a specific answer with box B, why we are now interested in that box. Once you know that, you can spot it every single moment in the chart. Guys, it's all about your brain. It's all about your reticular activating system, because we all look at the same chart. Liquidity, smart money, still I am not getting the right one, but it's nearing there. So visible information, what do you see? Guys, keep in mind that, see, everyone look at the same chart. Accumulation, okay. Everyone look at the same chart, but everybody interpret the chart in a different way, slightly different way. You see many kind of traders with advanced pattern recognition. You can apply Elliott theory, you can apply butterfly pattern, you can apply many other pattern that is constantly happening in the market. But in fact, the simplest is the best. Resistance, liquidity candle, ADM, AMD. So we have seen really good interest from all of you. Pretty good. Before I reveal, guys, make sure you like this stream, because this is where you'll see the big difference. Doji candle, nearing there, nearing there. Okay. The most interesting part on box B, okay, and you'll see that you'll spot it over and over again. From here, from this point onward, from this point, there's a very interesting thing that we can note down is, look at this, all those candles low. You see, every candlestick pattern starting from here created series of higher low. That means one candle closed, the other one open, but didn't break the previous candle's low, and then the other open didn't break the previous candle's low, and the other open didn't break the previous candle's low. You see, until this point here. And then first time with this green candle, the low is broken, and then another one came, again low is broken. So that means in this whole mob up to here, so that's how you can understand where is liquidity, where is order. It's like a fish that you can, where these are the fish, so you need to hunt those fish, right? That's why trading is like, we don't give you a fish just to feed yourself in one day, but to teach you how to fish so that you can feed yourself for the rest of your life. We not only give you a fish that you can feed yourself tonight, but also teach you how to fish so that you can feed yourself for the rest of your life. That's trading. That's here. All right. Now, why it is so important to look at this point that we are talking about, that series of higher low is broken, is because the liquidity who bought from this level, that you guys can see that we exactly from here we bought in Friday's trade, and the market has moved back to the upside, right? As I mentioned earlier, probably our trade also followed by smart money, or we are following the smart money. Now, exactly from there, if you missed that Friday's live session, NY Live, I would highly encourage you right now, you can watch that from here. Exactly from that point we opened the position, it moved to 12,665 point, still running into the upside here. Now, why it is so important? Because every candle forming, the smart money trailing this market, retail trader trailing this market, and those trailing stop loss is just below the previous candle's low. When it has broken, there is a liquidity trigger. The market gain fuel, momentum again, because all those buyers' stop loss are sell order. When there is a sell order is triggered, that stop loss is again smart money buying from there. And then back to back 2 to 3 sessions, the market crossed the low. Now this is a new momentum here, and that's what we're looking at here in this market to potentially enter again. Are you guys ready for that one here? Okay, now we found the directional bias where the market is potentially be heading. The next thing that we need here is now proper entry criteria. Now you can see that this is 1 hour market. From here, the price, this is bigger ATR candle on the 1 hour chart that you have seen. Price has crossed that low, and then rejected back to the upside, is still maintaining that uptrending market structure. I'm looking at the 15-minute chart here. Where is our next entry point? This is the session's low, 3749. Coming up in 2 minutes, Euro news. How does that impact gold is important to look at. And then we will see that also coming up dollar news. So if you look at Euro coming 5:30 p.m. in my zone, 6:30 p.m. GBP, both of this will have some effect on gold, as there will have also effect on dollar as well. So that is where looking at here for potential entry. As the market is trending at the moment, we could see the price to potentially bounce off that level. Now we see that as there is a long wick, you can see that it tested this long wick here in this area, which is currently 165 pip. So the halfway is here, and the previous resistance turn support here, you can see rejection to the upside here. Now you can see this drop here on the lower time frame is significant. We can expect it to reject back again to the upside here in this market. Now this was a potential entry point here, but what we need a reference line here, because the 4-hour low here so far, we still have 2.5 an hour for this candle to go potentially to the upside here. Now this current level 3749 is where my zone for this session to see if the market is heading. You can see some upside bias on gold with the Euro news. What kind of data has come out? Let's look at. So 48.5 German flash manufacturing PMI dropped. German flash service PMI appreciated, the other one depreciated. Mixed data. So that has how that impacted euro. If you look at euro dollar, we can see there was a downtrend, and with this drop, okay, so euro dollar, that you can see from the weekly, there was a weekly doji with a long wick, and this week we can see the market open, and as soon as it opened, it started to bounce off that level. Looking at the monthly also, you can see that bullish. From the daily as well, you can see the market is showing that upside bias here from this support level, a daily bull candle. Now if you look at the 4-hour here, that you can see the market from this support level has created an impulse. Now it's on a correction, expecting it to bounce off that level again to create a new higher high in this market on euro dollar. Now this is where there was a break of structure. Now this market here from the daily, still it is possible for this market to break again below here. The reason, guys, is that if you look at the weekly doji, this is a very slender doji. Okay, so it's a pretty long doji here from the weekly, and without breaking this weekly low, without getting enough momentum, what I think that euro dollar may not be able to break that high, but it's still, it is probability, because it's already bounced off that level. But the very high probability trade setup will come when euro dollar will be able to break that previous weekly low and then gain momentum from this weekly 10 EMA bounce off that level. That's why I will not be bullish here, because any point you could see that this daily candle or the next one could drop well back below again and then bounce off that for bigger move back to the upside here. So therefore in this lower time frame we can see some sideways movement here. Euro dollar, this market may try to bounce off that, or we could see it's straight again, slowly long wick candle and dropping back down here, breaking that low to this weekly level, and then finally trending. So for me, euro dollar, I will be bullish once we see the market has broken that weekly low. Until that, we will be watching the price action on euro dollar. That being said, let's look going back to the gold, where the market is currently trending, and it may bounce off that level on gold here. And if you look at, you can see this is the 1 hour price action, which is potentially forming a bullish movement, and this is the current level that I'm holding on to, that for potential break below and then to trend back to the upside. Though we can see there is a bounce pullback and the bounce deeper pullback. It is maintaining that uptrending market structure. It is still could continue to rise back above to create a new higher high in this market. This is the current 1 hour session. So for the next 25 minutes, our aim here to see that gold is coming to this 1 hour 10 EMA, which is in an uptrending market, and also aligning with the lower time frame support and resistance here in this market. So current level that we are looking at as at 3749 level for potential break below, and that's where we look to enter for any break below. Here is where we can look for potential entry opportunity in this market. This is also forming a potential and inverted head and shoulder that we can spot here. And that inverted head and shoulder could play out once the market managed to break that low here completely below to this support level. Waiting on possible buy for this level, and until we see this level is valid, we will be waiting here for that entry. And 1 hour candle closing potentially with a bullish candlestick pattern formation here, and the market still may potentially continue to rise back here. This is currently strongly bull market. We have seen multiple liquidity trigger. Now this is also current support level at 3753 level. The momentum is high, and you guys have seen that this is why it is so important that you always trade with the trend in the major direction. This is the key here to become profitable over the long term here. Now you can see that it's now breaking that low, potentially coming back to this lower time frame support level. So there's a rejection from the top. So looking at 1 hour, if you look at here, you can see the market slowly trying to break that high here from the 1 hour time frame, which is coming down again for potentially another retest of this intraday support. And this is what looking at here, potential entry. If we see the market has managed to break that low again to this key level of support, we are on the trade. We will be looking into the entry as soon as we see the market has managed to drop back below to this intraday support level here. So the current level is 3749. This is the 1 hour candle close coming, expecting the market to trend back down well below here to this 3749 or even below that level, and then to give us a potential entry in this market. Price looks like that we might see a potential rejection here. So looking for, this is the 1 hour market. Also the 4 hour support. So going to place a pending order here in that area on gold for potential bounce. This is gonna be a buy limit here on gold for this upside bias from this level where we can see the market is maintaining that uptrending market structure. If we see the market has dropped back for another drop, we will be on the trade. We would like to target 3 to 1 here for potential first move, and we can also take profit once we see the market has made move. Once we need to see the market has triggered our entry. So it's gonna be a buy limit. Patience is key because the market still may take little time to come here, or we could see straight drop. If the price is coming to retest that level, we will be on the trade. It's gonna be XAUUSD buy limit. $3749.23. Stop loss at 3741.56. TP target, it's gonna be 3772.30. It's gonna be around 74 p stop loss. See the candle close here on XAUUSD, expecting the market to trend down here to this support level and then to reject back again to the upside to create potentially new higher high in this market. This is the previous support level, expecting it to bounce back here from the support level to create a new higher high in this market. Okay, looking at here for a potential drop back below this level, and you guys have seen that patience pays off, right? We have quite a few trades open in this live session from those areas. This is one is where we have seen, this is the Friday trade that you guys have seen starting from here. Yesterday as well we have a winner, and then followed by in NY session just for 2 pip the market left us untriggered, but it's still the market is moving in that direction. This is the lesson that we have learned in our NY session as well. Now this is the Friday's trade. From here guys, you can see that now it moved almost nearly to 12,000 points from this single point, right? If you look at here, this is the entry that we have seen on Friday. It's moved to nearly to 12,000 points and is still in that direction. Make sure guys you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so you're not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. Press the notification bell. Also join the Telegram. You can find link below this video for all the updates that you can see in the market. Now, what is the reason behind this zone, this trade? Trade always based on reason. That is another very important point of trading psychology. If you are ignoring the trading psychology, that's where probably you are not being able to be profitable or being able to successful as a trader, because of not being able to trade based on rule-based strategy, because it is very, very easy to get confused with trades, as you know, more often there's news coming up, right? And you see that if you look at the calendar, if you look at the any media, you can see the news coming up, and there is a flash of also the breaking news, and it is very easy to get caught up with some of the comments, opinion, which may be short term. You could see that there is little, I'm not talking about the data, which is very important to look at. We are talking about some of the comments or opinion that might flash the market for a very short while. The market deviate from its original price just to see that it reverses straight away, just to take out all those trades. So that's why directionally always remain with the bigger picture, with the ground, right? Now, how do you use the fundamental? It's very important to look at the fundamental as well, along with the technical. Now, gold is bullish. Why? What is the fundamental force behind gold to be pumping back to the upside? This is where the gold is based on, right? Gold is based on dollar. And if you look at interest rate decision coming again in October 28th, 29th, right? Another 25 BP cut, which is fueling gold to the upside because dollar is getting weaker, right? Still, you see that downtrend on dollar, because whenever there is an interest rate cut, borrowing capacity increases, inflation goes high, price of goods increases, dollar devaluated, gold pumps. Very simple equation, because they are inversely related. So that's where you can use the fundamental for potential move in the market, right? So that is fueling the gold price. That's where you need to look at, not smaller news that you can see just a flash and then the market to reverse, but to look at the core fundamental driving force in the market. NFP, FOMC, interest rate decision with different currencies also impact the gold price, such as AUD or Euro or Gbp, all of them, because they are major currency pairs. Now, with that information, as today also we'll see that Fed will speak, Fed Powell will speak. If you look at here, you can see that in our zone, this is the time that we will be also active on trading, guys. Keep eye on the channel. There will be more updates coming, as every trade that I open, I do share in the premium group. For those who are trading with me, you know that we maintain a very high quality trade. This is the way I trade, because I'm a trader and I make living out of trading, and I don't want to compromise in my trading. You guys have seen that how patiently I wait for an entry. This is what it is. The market will give you a lot of fake opportunity. When you can spot the right one and wait for that one, you become a trader, right? That's what we need to look at here. Let's look at the market. So that being said, we set our entry at this level. Now the market may drop to that level, may not. It's the choice of the market, but our choice is that we will not be taking the trade until it drops there. And we open a lot of trade with the same strategy. Sometimes we miss some trade. That's completely fine. That's what trading is. You have to be able to walk away from the trade that is not going in your level. Okay, so that is trading. That is where you have to stay ahead of millions of traders to become 1% who is winner in this market. Do you think that you are 1% of the winner? Say yes in the live chat if you think that. Good morning. Thank you. Welcome. What about EU, euro dollar? We can see. Welcome back to this live session. Can you show DXY? We saw that DXY, that you can see there is some short-term bounce off this level on DXY after break of this trend. Where gold is just inversely related with the DXY. All right, now here what we can see the market in that area. This is the 15 minutes chart looking at gold consolidating, and our bias is to break from the structure so that you can buy to the upside here in this market. We see there is we can spot this reversal pattern. We need a break of structure for an entry in that area. Okay, we can see some drop back below here. 1 hour candle closing in 4 minutes time with a potentially a doji formation. And okay, so from this high we can see that break below, which is what we are looking at here for a potential break of structure. And with the 1 hour close in 2 minutes time, where we are looking at for this entry. From the 4 hour we can see that it's a red doji, and would like to see that lower shadow is being tested. This is where the sessions low that we are looking at in this uptrending market, aligning with other lower time frame confluences, giving a high probability the market to potentially drop back here below this level. Okay, so here is the market is maintaining that trending directional bias here, where a doji is being formed. We are coming to 1 hour candle close. This is also a lower time frame 1 hour doji that being formed here in that area, and that doji that you can see on the 1 hour could break below or could break to the upside. The possibility to break below is higher, and that will be against the trend. This is what we are looking for, an entry here in this market. It still could break above here to the upside. Okay, so you can see with the candle close with the 1 hour doji, the market is breaking to the upside here in this area, and with that break to the upside from the support level, expecting it to continue to trend and to push the price back above, but breaking below is where we our entry. And if the market is trending and not coming back below to break that low, I think that at some point we still have full 2 hours for this 4 hour candle to close, and the market to come back here to that support is where our entry. Now, understanding market structure will give you that clear directional bias in the market, along with combining with the potential liquidity grab that happens all the time in the market whenever the market is trending. Some of the trade that we have seen in the past came as an alert. If you look at here, you can see this is a buy zone here on gold, and from this level the market has made it move back to the upside, pull back to this support. The market, we saw that there was in that area. If you look at, you can see this is a triangular pattern formation here in that area, and with this triangular pattern the market has broken back below, and then the market trended here with this upside momentum. So to enter those trade as per the tool that we using here, if you look at some of the trade was massive. This buy here, this is 5-minute chart. We can use it any time frame. If you look at those, especially when the market is trending, they are big. They shows that the market, how it is forming those structure. Risk management is key. As I mentioned, any trade that you open, you must follow the risk management plan. Stop loss always keep around 1.5 ATR from the entry or below the candle if the candle is bigger than 1.5 ATR. So at the moment we can see the price is showing that potentially bullish confirmation. This is some of the massive trade. We're looking at here in this market 10 and 20 may crossed over from each other, expecting it to bounce off that level, which we could see eventually moving back up. Before that, would like to see that cross that low. And 1 hour doji again, looking at this is the current session's low here with this lower time frame 10 EMA, and where we are looking at a bounce of this level. If you have any question here, you can let us know in the live chat. Welcome, good morning. Not yet. Above 58 can open impossible. Welcome. No, we haven't opened yet. We placed the pending order, so just need to update here. So we placed the pending order, and this is a buy limit order that we placed in that area, wanting to see the market to bounce off that level from this support level and then move back to the upside, where we place the buy limit and wanting to see the market crossing that low, getting the rejection back above from this level again to create a new higher high. So this is the level that you can see that this is a big bear candle, which is massive bear candle. This is liquidity gap. We need to look for, when you look at a consolidation pattern like that, bigger ATR breakdown against the trend to the support level. And if you look at this red candle, you can see it's almost nearly to 2 ATR or even more than 2 ATR from the 1 hour, has completely broken back below, and that has given that momentum again to the upside. Now the market may range even in between this support and resistance for a little more time before we see the market is again breaking out with the news coming up. and in that range we still can trade, because even the market ranges we can find those lower time frame support and resistance for entry in the major direction of the trend. Okay, so you can see that break below, and wanting to see the market is coming to retest that level. That is where we will be able to find our entry for short-term move, at least to upside here. If we see bounce off that level, we can take partial profit and then moving stop loss at entry to keep the rest of the trade running in here in that market. Now, let's also understand, as we place the pending order here for an entry, also understand that where the map of the market, where it is heading to. You guys can see that it has created this all-time high 3760 level and then has come for a deeper pullback. Now, what level that we are looking at for this market to go ahead and continue? So to understand that, also looking at the daily chart, daily price action, it's currently in a bullish trend that you can see from here. A bullish impulse followed by another bullish market, followed by another bullish price action here, which is showing that significantly bullish for the long-term picture. If you look at the 4-hour here, that you can see the market is maintaining this uptrending market structure, and you could see that this market potentially to continue to trend back here to the upside to create a new higher high. Now this is a new high, right? So which is never been tested. It's an all-time high. So when the market reach this kind of all-time high, because it doesn't have any reference from the past level, it might just at some point with any become very news sensitive, because if there is a technical level, then it normally interact with that level with the news, right? If there is a news coming and then it interact with the past levels, past support and resistance. But when the market will become all-time high, there is no reference level for the resistance. It becomes news sensitive, because news is the driving force for this price to go up or down. And you see that in those situations there's a lot of false breakout and breakdown, and especially in those market, never buy from an all-time high. I never do that, though you see the market will go a lot, okay, but wait for the market to create an all-time high and then break from that structure for entry. So if I give you an understanding of what I'm talking about, guys, this will change the way you look at the market. So look at this lower time frame price action here. See, even if you look at this 1-hour chart, what do you see? That this support here, right? This is the support, and when the market has gone up, created this all-time high, straight drop back below this previous swing low here, and that is where the entry, you can see that, and then boom, bounce back to the upside. And you'll see that here also the same thing happened. If you look at our NY session here, we place our pending order, and from that zone the market has bounced off that level, same way the market has gone up, created this all-time high, and then reject back again with a stronger momentum. That's the BS or breakup structure. Right now, if you look at, you can see the same kind of setup here. The market has broken from the structure and then rejected back to the upside with a new momentum. Now this is where 1 hour price action, you can see this is the 1 hour bullish candle, which is after this doji is trying to break to the upside here. Now the market may create again new all-time high and then could revert back, or without creating an all-time high, it may continue to drop. We always target the level that is a very, very high probability in terms of moving in the direction. Is still maintaining that uptrending market structure. Here it may easily could have a breakout. If it have a breakout, then this is the 4 hour chart. What I think that what it might do, if it breaks this high 3759 with this current candle, we might see that breakout and then could straight return back again to feel that some of this long wick here in this market. So to enter for us for a buy, the pending order I will keep valid as long as this current candle not breaking that 3759 level. If this price breaking that 3759 level before coming to our entry, we will be closing the pending order. We will be looking for the new criteria or the new entry point in this market, because if the market cross this 3759 without coming here, it's becoming overextended. When it will return, it may even not stop here. It may straight drop even back below in that zone and then to return again back to the upside. So for our entry, that means pending order to be valid, we would like to see the market is here coming back to this our entry before crossing the 3759 level to the upside here in this market. breaking out from that level potentially to create a new higher high, and here is we can see the market is maintaining that new swing high here to create a potentially new high. And crossing that above to this level. Welcome back to this another live session. Welcome. Euro dollar. Look, you please. You. Okay. Euro dollar. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of the session, we could see that euro dollar potentially, but I think that to break that daily low here, we might see that euro dollar coming back potentially below this support level. If you look at the weekly and monthly price action, we can see pretty long week. From the daily also you can see the market is showing that stronger bearish move. And if you look at the 4 hour here, that you can see the market in this lower time frame. This is the 4 hour bearish pin bar with another bearish candle on euro dollar. The market may possibly to come back here to fill that zone to this support level here in this market. So the price action on euro dollar is potentially remaining here downside, and any break of structure to the upside could be potential selling opportunity on euro dollar. The market structure, it is forming on euro dollar. After the news, we can see there is bearish move with a big head and shoulder formation here in this market. Which is maintaining that downtrending market structure here on euro dollar. We could see the market to trend back down here to this support level. Yes, I'm going to have live session and NY session as well, and there is a news coming. We'll be covering that. This one plus NY session every single day, except on Thursday we have only NY session. Other than every day we have 2 sessions, and also if there is special event during the FOMC also we go live. Okay, the more live, the more trade, the more learning, the more growth. That's what we focus on, growing as a trader. 10 times faster than anything else, as that's what we are looking at. Fast growth. Do not spam. Do not spam. We see there is a complete break above here in this market, and that break could trend potentially to the upside, or we could see the price to come back here to our entry. We need to maintain that high win rate regardless of anything for our entry, so that we have that entered into the trade with a very high probability setup. And that's why you see that every trade we have opened so far, the market jump off that level in the direction that we expected. Sometimes we don't get triggered, but that's completely fine. Our trading account is still intact. As long as we are on the trade, we need to see that trade is potentially going in our favor in most of the time. Waiting on that, you can see this is the 30 minutes price action and the 1 hour showing still bullish breakout. The market may cross this high here, and that cross may lead the price back above to this key level of resistance that you can see the market is approaching in that direction. This is a pretty long wick rejection here with a long wick pin bar with a structure formation. This is what we can see that the market is creating that pattern here for this potential bounce here that we are looking at for an entry in that area. We are coming on live in our next session. We see that the market is approaching 3759 zone. That means it has created a new all-time high. It's almost breaking that resistance line as per the condition of our strategy. We place the pending order as we discussed that if the market not coming here before breaking that high, the pending order getting invalid. So you will be closing this current pending order. but that not the end. We still have the whole 2 sessions to go. We can open quite a few positions, including the upcoming session here. Patience is key. We open quite a few trades. As you guys can see that our win rate is incredibly high because of the patience, and I would like you guys to invite to stay patient always in your trading. Don't jump on a trade when it is not giving you the trade, and that's where you can find the bigger trade and then learn to be consistent in your trading. Stay tuned for the next session coming up in just a matter of 3.5 hours. I'll be coming on live. We'll be trading live in the market. 2 very important news. As you can see that Gbp currently on there is a news on Gbp. It's coming up here. What is happening with Gbp, that we can see, and we will see that Gbp flash manufacturing PMI dropped, and whatever the flash service PMI also dropped. Now all those indicators on economy is coming down. What that signal is that there is time coming where you guys need to focus on trading more, learn more trading. As you can see, job market is becoming weaker and weaker, where we need to look at the market where we can create a passive income, create an additional source of income by trading. Is a great way. That's why we develop that tools, strategies, as well as trading system that helps millions, hundreds, thousands of traders. And that being said, I'll see you guys again in another live, and until that, stay well, stay happy. We'll see you there trading live together in the next session in few hours. Keep learning, keep growing. We'll see you there.